excited for. This is a game I've been wanting to get for a long time. I kind of talked about it a little bit when I did my video in MLB The Show, but I decided to finally pull the trigger and import it. I picked up Pro Yakyuu Spirits 2019 Japanese baseball game. As you can see, there's the title. And if we get to the back, and it's all still new with the wrapping on it and everything. And yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to pick this up. I finally decided to pull the trigger. I had it imported and it just got here today, super quickly. It even has like a sticker on the back and everything. So I'm gonna open this up now on camera, and then I'm going to go play around with it a little bit. Obviously, get accustomed to the controls and everything because it's all in Japanese. There's no English at all. So I'm going to have to figure out what everything means on the menus and everything else. Man, this is really tricky to open. This feels different than the usual sort of wrapping that goes on games. There we go. I was able to get a crease there. So here it is out of the wrapping. Pro Yakyuu Spirits 2019. Although this also has the 2020 roster update. You notice there's like a 15 right there. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's the 15th anniversary of something. Let's pop it open. Okay, we have the disc on the inside. There's the disc. And then we have this booklet, this black and white booklet, just one page. Here is the controls all listed out, although I don't know what they mean, so kind of useless to me. But I'm going to cut here. I'm going to go mess around with the game a little bit on my own time before I hop in and start recording. But then I am going to record some gameplay, and that'll be right up in here. So, Pro Yakyuu Spirits 2019 Japanese baseball. Let's get it. I think this is going to be the first video where I have my phone in my hand the whole time, but this is the main menu. That first option is match, which is just like a, team versus team. Then Dream League, which is like a Diamond Dynasty type mode. The middle option up top is Bennett Race. Then to the right of that you have Star Player, which is like Road to the Show. Then Training. And on that bottom row, left to right, it's Goshian Spirits, which is like the high school career mode and some other things like that. I recorded all of this footage before I'm recording this voiceover here, just because, as you guys know, as I've talked about, using the microphone plugged directly into my PlayStation has not been good, so I think this is the way I'm going to have to do things going forward for PlayStation gameplay. But just doing some batting practice here, trying to get used to the controls. As you can see, the little hitting PCI, I believe they call it, is just so slick. That wider, longer one, that's your normal hit. You have to be less precise with that to get hits. But then you can hit the right bumper, R1, and it turns it into this smaller, circular one, and that's for power hits. So it kind of, you have to be more accurate, but if you do hit it, you absolutely crush the ball. As you're seeing there, like, I'm getting that off around 148 kilometers per hour. I check swinged a little early there, so with the power swing, I'm getting 148. With the regular contact swing, it's coming in at, the last one was 142. I even got 148 on that one, but yeah, it's just different. Power versus like a normal contact swing, and the PCI they use for batting here, like actually having that little bat shape is really nice. Here I'm going into just a head-to-head match. Just me doing like just a game against the CPU. And this here is the difficulty settings, and I chose regular difficulty. And I did not realize how easy regular would be. I'm choosing the Yakyuu Swallows. That's my favorite team in the NPB. I'm pretty sure, I feel like they are. And then we're playing against the Oryx Buffaloes. So, two of the better teams in the NPB facing off against each other here. But yeah, it's been a very interesting experience playing a game in a language that I do not speak, read, or understand. I've been playing a little bit since I recorded this video. I started a franchise mode, and I've played a few games of the franchise mode, and I did a little bit of the player career mode type stuff. For the most part, it's easy to get the hang of, but navigating the menus can be a little bit tricky. You're gonna see just how simple the regular difficulty mode is in this video. Like, it's for babies. But going in and changing the difficulty to a harder difficulty, which I did after I got done recording this video, it legitimately took me like an hour. It took me like an hour to figure out where the difficulty settings were in this game, trying to navigate through the menus, just with Google Translate on my phone, basically going menu by menu. And as you can see, the hitting's actually pretty tricky there. I've edited around, I've cut out a lot of the dead air and stuff because I didn't want this video to be excruciatingly long. But the hitting is a lot trickier than you can imagine. Although, once I got the hang of it, I was absolutely cruising. I actually find the pitching a little bit more difficult than the hitting. It uses this, circular enclosing type system as opposed to the meter system that MLB The Show uses. I actually prefer this to The Show, I think. And if you look at the animations for the play this game has better animations than the show does. It just feels a little more fluid and realistic to me. But as you can see right there, the Buffalo, they score a run, the first score of the game. Look at that pitch comes in, boom, and that dude just absolutely crushes it out to center. Gets a bounce, and I think that person went all the way from second to home, I'm pretty sure. But we retire the side there after just one run scored by the Buffaloes. So we keep the game alive. And here we have Murakami up to bat. This dude is an absolute beast. He is the best player on the Yakyuu Swallows, in real life and in the game. The game is a little bit out of date compared to, because this is 2020 rosters, and now we're dealing with 2021, 2022 rosters, but, Murakami is still an absolute beast in this game. And as you saw there with the base running, it took me a while to figure out how to advance runners in this game. I was literally Googling it on my phone in between at-bats, trying to figure out how to advance runners. But it's really difficult to find information on this game online. There used to be a website called spiritstranslation.com, and they had screenshots of every single menu in the game and what the different menu options were, what they were in English. But that website is offline now, and from what I can tell, it's been offline for about a year or so at this point. And yeah, it's just really hard to find any English language resources on this game. There's a few gameplay videos on YouTube of different people playing it, but they don't really talk about the controls or the translations or anything like that in those videos. It's mostly just gameplay. So I was somewhat flying blind here, because as you can see, that there would have been the perfect, hit to drive in a run or two, but I just couldn't figure out the button to do it. But later on I figure out that you have to hit triangle. Triangle advances runners. X makes them retreat. So if you guys are watching this video and want to pick up the game, for your own information, just know that if you want to advance base runners, it's triangle. And I think I figured that out by accident. I think around the 4th or 5th inning, I figured that out by accident. You'll see it coming up. But look at that pitching animation. That's just a boom. And then the hit there. I think that was... No. There's this guy on the Swallows who is an absolute power-hitting beast named Yamada. And you're going to see him in this video. He's an absolute just slugging machine, but I don't think that was Yamada who just did. But there we go, Swallows run in, another one, boom, 1-2 Swallows. But yeah, like I said, at this difficulty, this is a total baby game difficulty. I should have turned it up, I just couldn't, I didn't know how, basically. But the fact that this is what the normal difficulty is kind of weird to me. Here's another one trying to advance runners, but can't figure it out. But 4-1 in favor of the Swallows now. And look at those sexy ass away jerseys for the Swallows. That navy blue with the lime green lettering and accents. That's just kind of reminds me of Seahawks colors a little bit. I'm a big fan of that. Definitely like those jerseys. I'm not sure if they still use those jerseys or not, actually, currently. I think they might have changed them for the upcoming season. And as you can see in the bottom corner there, I'm starting to figure it out a little bit. I pressed X because I thought pressing X would make them advance to home, but it made my runner who was going towards home run away. So I think that kind of got the wheels turning a little bit where I might go, hold on. If I press X, they run away, so maybe if I press triangle, they'll run forward. And I think it takes me a little bit more experimentation, but I do eventually get there. But yeah, let me know, like, what you guys think about this game, watching this footage, and have you ever heard of this game before? Have you, I think this game has kind of gotten some press over the years. Like, I think some people who are really into, like, baseball or baseball video games know about this game. You know, there's a lot of people who think it's, you know, better than the show. There's a lot of people who wish that they would bring, you know, an English translation to the States. So, you know, I definitely know there are people out there who talk about this game and know about this game, but it's always been something I've been interested in, and ever since I first saw videos on this game, I don't know, probably 2 years ago at this point, I've really wanted to try it out and play it, and my friend and I, we've talked about this game, you know, just between ourselves in the past, and how much we both want to play this game. So I finally decided to just bite the bullet and import it, and I've been having a blast. And if this video gets a good response and you guys would be interested, I mean, I would love to continue making videos in this game. I'd be down with like Koshian Spirits gameplay videos, which is the mode where you play through high school and do the Koshian High School Tournament, which is basically like Japan's version of March Madness. Yeah, I mean, I'd be super down for that in a video. I think that'd be a fun series to do, just making a character and following through their career from high school all the way up to the major leagues. And one thing I could do, I mean, this is kind of a thought that just came to mind now, is like if I do that, let's say I do the high school career mode, and then I play them in the Japanese league up until they're like, I don't know, in their early 20s or so, then I could pick up the newest version of the show when it comes out next month, the show 22, and I could bring that character in to Road to the Show. So I could basically just make a character with the same sort of stats and everything that the character in Pro Yakyuu Spirits has, and then import them to Road to the Show and kind of do like a career of this player type thing. That might be like really intensive and kind of convoluted, but I don't know, just something I thought of just now. I will say though that the character creation in the career mode in this is certainly interesting, because I basically had to translate my name into hiragana and then like search on this big list of different symbols to try to match the symbols. And then the really hard part was, you know how like in, you know, sports games they have a list of pre-recorded names that the announcers will say. Well, they have that in this game. That was such a bad swing. Like, it was telling me that that ball was way inside. I don't know why I swung at it. But like I was saying, you know, like some games they have like the list of names that the narrator will say. They have that in this game too, but it's all in hiragana, and it's sorted by like character. So I literally had to like go down the list trying to character match to try and see what the announcer would say, and like I was literally just matching up the symbols and like hoping it was correct. It took me like 2 hours to make my character for the career mode, but ultimately I was able to get it done. Look at that absolute monster bat right there too. Fantastic. And here comes Yamada. This dude Yamada is an absolute monster. So took that first pitch there. We have a runner on first. Second one, 2 strikes. And look at his stance. Took the ball there, smart. Yamada's stance, just straight bat, holding it up vertically. And look at that. Absolutely crushed it. Yamada with the 2-run home run. Hold on, let me check this Yakult Swallows. I want to know this guy's like actual name. Yamada Tetsudo Yamada. He is an infielder for the Swallows. He made his debut in 2012. He has won the MVP. He's made 6 All-Star appearances, and he has a Japan Series championship. Dude, let's go. This guy's a beast. Tetsudo Yamada. Yeah, he's like my favorite guy to bat with in this game. I like batting with him more than I like batting with Murakami, even though, you know, Murakami is better. So, yeah. Dang, he had 34 home runs last season. Yamada did. He had 34 homers. This dude's a beast. This Escobar guy, I think he's one of their foreign players. One of the cool things that the NPB does is they allow each team to have two foreign players. So those would be like American players, Dominican players, you know, whatever. But any players that aren't Japanese, they allow the team to have 2 of those per team. So I think that guy, I'm pretty sure that guy, Castro, was one of the foreign players for the Swallows there. Actually, this season, the Swallows in real life have Domingo Santana on their roster. Domingo Santana, former MLB player, and he played for the Seattle Mariners for a little bit, you know, my favorite MLB team. So it was pretty cool seeing Domingo Santana be on their roster. Unfortunately, he isn't on their roster in this game because this is the 2020 roster, so it's 2 years out of date at this point. But unfortunately, the newest version of this game, the 2021 version of this game, it is only available on Nintendo Switch, and I don't own a Switch, so I have no way of playing it. It used to be on the PlayStation consoles, but in Japan, oh, easy right there, bottom right corner, I figured out how to run to extra bases now. I have figured it out, so it took me until the 5th inning, but I've got it down. But yeah, so in Japan, the Nintendo Switch is the best-selling console, so they just released it only on Switch, just so you know, they could, you know, maximize the amount of sales they get for their game, basically. Oh, and here he is again. Yamada, the absolute animal, with the coolest batting stance ever, and he crushes another homer. 3-run home run for Tetsudo Yamada. Dude is an animal. He just hits dingers. Like, that's all it is. And then of course Murakami coming up, the MVP of the team, best player on the team. But I don't know why, like, even though Murakami is a better player and has better stats, I have a way harder time hitting with him. I don't know if it's his swing or what it is, but I personally find it a lot easier to hit with Yamada compared to Murakami. I don't know, maybe I just need to figure out Murakami's swing or something like that, but I know he's the best player on the team. He should be better. It's just I can't really get him down for some reason. I don't know why. And I was cutting around there a little bit. I cut out that out bat, and then that at bat there just happened, and we retired the side. We got 3 runs there in the 5th inning. That 3-run home run from Tetsudo Yamada. And right now the game is 9-1 for the Tokyo Yakult Swallows. Like I said, this difficulty setting is an absolute joke, and I did eventually find a way to change it after, like I said, like 2 hours. So if I do make more videos on this game, you will definitely see much more of a challenge for me with regards to, being able to, have close games and stuff. I actually just earlier before recording this commentary, I had a franchise mode game where we were winning like 4-2 most of the game. But then at the top of the 9th inning, the team we were playing, who was the Hanshin Tigers, they scored 2 runs to tie it, and then the game ended up going until the 11th inning, where we ended up eventually winning by 1. The Buffaloes get one back right there, though. It's now 9-2 for the Yakult Swallows, so Buffalo's mounting a bit of a comeback, if you want to call it that. But we retire them, we retire the side, and now it is the Swallows back up to bat. And I think things might really start to get out of hand in this inning. I don't remember exactly. That is one thing I like when the pitcher messes up, you kind of see that expression on his face, because I think that's kind of realistic. In real life, if a pitcher messes up, he'll say something, or you'll see the reaction on his face, so I like that touch. Also one thing, like the little circle that tells you where the pitch is coming, that is there regardless of difficulty. So I switched now. I'm playing on the 2nd hardest difficulty, which is called Perfect. And on that difficulty, that reticle is still there. Maybe on the very hardest difficulty, which is called Spirits, it's not there, but I think it's one of those things where you kind of always see where the ball is coming, so some people like that, some people will probably dislike that, but here's the boy again. Yamada switched to the power hit, and he crushes a 3rd home run in a row. 3-run home run for Tetsudo Yamada. And like I said, all he does is hit dingers. Boom. 12-2 for the Tokyo Yakult Swallows. Yamada, 3 home runs in this game. Dude is just a dinger machine. We got Murakami up to bat right now. Big miss there. One other really cool thing about this game is that all the players and managers and everything, all like 300 plus people, are all not only face scanned, so you have accurate face scans of all the players, they also have a full 3D body scan, so you get their realistic body proportions, because every single player was body scanned into the game, which I think is just a really cool touch. It's I don't know, it's a level of realism that I wish that, like EA or 2K would go after, because even though, those games, like, 2K and NHL, Madden, whatever, even though they do use, oh, look at this double play, just a perfectly executed double play there, beautiful. But like I was saying, even though they use realistic face scans, the bodies are either, for the most part, just generic body types with tattoos or whatever applied, or the bodies are hand sculpted by animators, designers, whatever. So they're looking at a picture of a player and trying to, hand sculpt, recreate the body in a 3D modeling program, but there's still going to be inaccuracies because it's a human being doing it. Whereas if you get a 3D scan of every single player in the league, well, I mean, that's just what they look like because it's a scan of their body. And they pay us back there. They execute the double against us. It's now the top of the 7th, and I'm trying to figure out how to bring in a closer or a relief pitcher here. So I'm translating this menu, and I'll translate it along now so you guys can see it, but the top option is play, and that second option says relief. So I select the relief option into the top. That's my current starting pitcher, Ishikawa. And then on the left side there is my bullpen. So I picked this guy, Suarez, because he had a full energy and he had a happy little moodlet next to his picture. It's like a player morale tracker, I'm pretty sure. So then he comes in now, Suarez, to be the relief pitcher. Pretty simple, similar to the show, although, unlike in MLB The Show, you do not have to select a pitcher and have them warm up before they come into the game. They just come into the game fully warm and ready to go, so you don't have to micromanage them or anything like that. The only problem, this dude Suarez does not have like a good fastball, so I have to go a little bit, with some curves and sinkers and stuff with him because he doesn't have a good fastball like our starting pitcher did. Which is kind of weird because, isn't it? I mean, I don't really know much about baseball, but usually aren't you trying to get your relief and closing pitchers to have, like, aren't they supposed to have good fastballs? Like, isn't that the main thing for them? I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know anything about baseball, but I've always understood that you want good fastballs on your relief and closers. But we make the play there to second base to retire the side. Bottom of the 7th, and now we come into the top of the 8th. And let's see. Boom. Crushed it out to left field there. Throw to first. I mean, just look at those fielding animations. I think the fielding animations in this game are like a borderline picture perfect to what a real baseball game looks like. Gotta take the ball on that one, that was way inside. I think maybe the stances, the batting stances, and the idle animations are perhaps a little bit goofy compared to the show, but I also think that a lot of these animations are probably mo-capped off of the actual players. So like I'm pretty sure the stances you're seeing on these people are the actual players' stances in real life. Oh, I'm not sure this guy is this is Aoki. Yeah, Aoki's a decent power bat, just shy of a home run there. But I send one in and we score a run, 13-2. I think that guy advanced from second to home, I'm pretty sure. But now look who it is. Yamada with a runner on second and third. Power hit. A rare miss from Tetsuda miss from Yamada? Do I get striked out here with Yamada? I do. Rare. Yamada gets 3 Ks there. Gets the K. Douche. But look at that, Murakami. Absolute crushed it out there. And he sends in 2 runners to home with that bomb out to right field. Boom, up to 15. Yeah, 2 outs. 15-2 Swallows. I'm kind of starting to feel bad at this point. I wish that I would have been able to figure out how to change the difficulty during this gameplay, but they retire the side there, and we come back up to pitch with Suarez. Bottom of the 8th. Nice. Got it there. Ooh. That was weird. The fielding, like the player switching is still a little weird, and I haven't really gotten the grip of the switching players yet. Like, a lot of the time it'll just kind of randomly switch me to a player that doesn't really make sense contextually for what's happening in the play. Oh, look at that running snag. Does that retire the inning? No, it doesn't. We have 1 more to go. Here's guy Johnson, or Jones. That's Jones. I really do love the pitching in this game, though. Like, I much prefer the pitching in this game to the show. I just think it looks, a lot nicer, personally. Alright, and boom, gets it right there. Look at that. Alright, that retired the side. Now we're here, top of the 9th, 15-2 for the Yakyuu Swallows, and at this point the Buffaloes just wanting to go home probably. They're just like, alright, let's just get this over with, let's go home. We got a runner on first. And if you've been paying attention at all to the batting order up to this point, you might have an idea of what's coming up here. Dink, look at that. Alright, got a runner now on first and second. Let's see, can we get another runner out? No, missed there. Boom, perfect hit. Again, just skying him out to center field, but we now have the bases loaded. Who's this guy coming up to bat now? I'm not sure who this is. Took the strike there, boom. Going out to right field. 1 runner comes home. So it's now 2-16 after that. Number 31 coming up to bat. I'm still learning these guys' names. Eventually I'll get it, but right now I just, it's tough. Alright, I missed there. And a very aggressive check swing. And then another bomb out to right field, and we send home yet another runner. 2-17 for the Swallows. Boom. Again, we just keep sending it to that same spot, and now it's 2-18 for the Swallows. But look who it is. It's Yamada. Oh, big miss there. Remember what happened last time? He got out last time. 2 strikes now against Yamada. But not 3 strikes, and Yamada again. 4 home runs in a row. And this one is a grand salami. Bust out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma. It's a grand salami. 2-22 for the Yakyuu Swallows. Murakami up to bat, no outs in this inning yet. It's absolutely absurd inning. But yeah, I mean, after changing the difficulty sliders, I have not had any more games like this. This is just absurd and non-competitive. I'm on the setting I'm on now is called Perfect, which is the second hardest, and that one feels just about perfect for me. Ironically, I think Spirits would be too hard. Here I am trying to bunt. I'm like trying to figure out the bunt system, but it's like really tricky. I don't know how it works. So I kind of gave up on trying how to bunt. And then, ooh, hit by the pitch there. Don't like to see that, hit by the pitch. I feel like in like the show or whatever, if you just hit the bunt button, you basically bunt 100% of the time. But in this game, you actually have to aim your bunts, which is really weird. Throw to home, does it beat him? It doesn't beat him. He slides into home safe, and it's 2-24 for the Yakyuu Swallows. Just an insane lead there. Just hammered him and got him out there. Nakamura up to bat. And I think, ooh, that's a bad one. Nice. But, and that retires the side. I mean, just an absurd inning from the Swallows there. Absolutely absurd, but Buffalo's up now. Yeah. I realized just now that I've been recording desktop audio the whole time, so I'm hoping that that isn't going to be an issue. Might be a little awkward. I hope that isn't an issue, but I guess we'll see. It shouldn't be too bad either way. Hopefully not. I'm bringing in a closer now, so I'm switching out the relief pitcher for a closer. I think just because the relief was, I don't know why, I just wanted to do it. Just messing around, I don't really have an explanation. But, so now, I do like that every time you bring in a new pitcher, they give you the opportunity to warm up and kind of see what their pitches are like. That last one there was an absolute missile. Yeah, I mean, I've really been enjoying this game though. I mean, I've been playing this quite a bit since I picked it up, and yeah, I feel like I'm gonna keep playing it for the foreseeable future. And if this video gets a decent response, I would love to make more videos playing Pro Yakyuu Spirits. Just, look at that, two at the same spot. Either a franchise mode or the Goshian Spirits career mode, whichever one you guys would be more interested in. I could do one of those. I already have like a couple franchise modes going on this channel right now, so maybe that wouldn't be the best option, but that was an error by the pitcher right there. Should have just thrown to first, but threw to second instead. Bad mistake, 2 outs. Just need one more away, and we win the game. So we got a strike and a foul, and then the catcher gets the ball, retires the inning, ends the game. The Swallows blow them out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment below, leave a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this every single day of the week. Until next time, guys. Bye bye. 一方のオリックスバファローズですが、非常にダメージが残りそうなそんな今日のゲームになりました。ご覧のように今日のゲームは